Azook is a community interest company based in Poole, Cornwall. Azook currently manages an online library of resources for schools in Cornwall, as well as a Heritage Lottery-funded project to digitise Cornish archives.
My name is Claire White. I work for Azook Community Interest Company. We set up originally to deliver a project called Sense of Place, which is designed to help teachers in Cornwall help children learn about Cornish environments and communities and culture. Schools become Sense of Place members and they access units of work from our online library. So in the library there are lots and lots of units of work on all sorts of topics, including wreck and rescue, Cornish gig rowing, Cornish rivers, all sorts of different topics so that they can learn about all sorts of themes.
My name's John Davey. I'm a school teacher, but I've been working in conjunction with Azook to develop a scheme of work for school children in Cornwall. I think Sense of Place is extremely important for the community because it allows us to reflect upon the past and also to see what's out there in Cornwall. I'm currently developing some curriculum materials to do with the Cornish beach environment. You'd be surprised how many children who live in Cornwall have never actually visited the beach. And also it's a very, very rich environment for teachers to explore, but our aim is to give the teachers the confidence to go out there and actually use the environment itself to give a real vibrant experience for the children, and also to allow the children to get out there and enjoy what's around them.
When we were delivering the education project, we were trying to provide schools with really interesting resources, and museums and galleries and libraries were really helpful in giving us images and audio and film. But we realised that a lot of the content in those places was inaccessible to the public generally, and we thought it would be really nice for people to see the content that we were showing to schools. So we set up an online archive called cornishmemory.com, and that project is enabling us to digitise all that content in those museums and put them online so that the public can see it free of charge. Recollect has a large number of collection contributors, including museums and other organisations, community organisations and private collectors. One of our private collectors is Ted Gundry, who has an amazing collection of audio recordings. Most of the audio recordings are interviews that took place from the 70s onwards. And
from a very early age I used to collect voices, and eventually this led to my working for the BBC for some considerable time. I feel that the people over the years who've given me their time, because I've interrupted their lifestyle, whatever, barging in with a microphone, and they've very kindly given me their time so that I can speak to them, have a conversation and record it. What I'm trying to do, and it's essential that it should be done, that the recordings which I've got are preserved for future generations, because it's a life of Cornwall that you'll never see again.
Andrew Vesley is one of our collection contributors. He was a press photographer, so he's captured all sorts of aspects of Cornish life, industry, celebrations, all sorts of community activities. It's a really interesting collection.
As a photographer, I have been very privileged to see all sorts of events and to be with all sorts of people when events happened. And I had a very serious stroke 3 years ago, and I began to think about what I was really going to do with my collection of pictures, because whilst technically I may own the copyright, the things that I'd photographed belong to the county of Cornwall.
The Recollect project is a 3-year project, and during that time we've committed to getting hundreds of thousands of files online. Obviously 3 years isn't a very long time to achieve that, so it's really only realistic with the help of volunteers, and we have a large body of volunteers who are coming in helping us to digitise content and also helping to describe it, because we need to know what's in it in order for it to be searchable online. So they're doing a great job in helping us with that work.